college, the Green Thumb was asked by CPS to star in his own Saturday morning show. Following in the footsteps of previous superheroes, such as Superman and Batman, he naturally agreed to the offer. Thus, his life as a TV star, as well as a superhero, began, as shown in this rare footage from the TV show.
Whoa, this ought to give him a rude awakening. Hit side! My stick! Not too noble, are you now?
You're looking into the face of the Green Thumb!
Bust his eyes! But you'll never find the bomb!
The bomb?
Sadly, the chemical that the Green Thumb was sprayed with was not a stage prop that had been initially planned, but was actual pesticide that a stagehand placed on the set. The pesticide left the Green Thumb in a state of confusion and hysteria. He then became his most lethal enemy as he spiraled downward through a drug addiction that will last the rest of his life. To talk about the Green Thumb's condition, we found Professor Gene Richards of the Superhero Rehab Clinic of Massachusetts. Richards was a psychologist who stayed by the Green Thumb's side as he dealt with his drug addiction.
When you're a superhero psychiatrist such as me, you never really hurt for work. I mean, you don't really go around in a spandex costume calling yourself the Green Thumb or the Flying Banana and not have a little something missing up here. Out of my 37 patients, however, the Green Thumb was a little unique. His problem was he couldn't keep his hallucinations separate from reality. It's a little known fact that he thought he had quite a few powers that he actually didn't really have. He would go around the halls of the student center here and go woogity 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 to random people's heads and think that they had somehow gotten knowledge of horticulture, and then he'd go around asking questions about horticulture. We did a lot of work with that to try and keep his reality separate from his hallucinations, but after a while, it just became more hallucination than reality. He couldn't really put down the drugs, and sometimes he'd have to leave during our sessions to actually get some drugs in his body. That was a big problem because he'd come back and he'd have no clue where he was. He really wouldn't. And you can't really help somebody who can't really help themselves. He just could not keep away from those drugs. And his flying problem, you know, he had tried it once before and it failed, and he figured that Pesticide Man or somebody had sapped his powers from him, and there he went. Now, I'd like to show you what happens whenever you think you have the ability to fly, if you can't. Kids, you gotta stay away from the drugs. Imagine this apple as the Green Thumb as he thrust himself over that cliff. It's a shame. He was paying me $200 an hour.
The Green Thumb's body was taken back to the forest where he was buried along with his mask and shirt that was his trademark. Today, some say that his spirit lives on in the forest, and some say that they just don't care.